like we mentioned earlier, this is the worst stretch we've seen from Shai in his MVP caliber seasons. My question to y'all, how much of that is showcasing the flaws of this ball player versus the Spurs finding something?
I think it's actually just the Spurs. I think he's dealing with a lot of pressure consistently. I mean, Stephon Castle's at the point of attack, and then he also has to deal with reading where Wemby is, and then he also has them gapping up on him. So it's honestly like we saw it in the regular season. They have the perfect scheme to kind of like defend Shai. And without J-Dub being healthy and being able to alleviate some of that pressure, it's very hard for him to do it all by himself. And sometimes you see it in the game where he's kind of like probing and trying to figure out instead of being like an attack like we were used to seeing Shai. You can see them definitely making him have to think. And I think that's where San Antonio is like taking advantage of him.
Yeah. I think it's a little bit of both. A player can't struggle like this and not take some accountability. There's no way. So some of this is Shai. I think even in a series previous to this one, they swept the Lakers, but there was talks that the Lakers were able to showcase some things in that matchup as well. So and if I'm not mistaken, there may be a game or two in the Sun series.
Yeah, I think he ended up having a couple good games towards the end to like get the averages pretty high.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I don't use the word struggle, but compared to the regular season version, definitely struggled the entire playoffs.
Yeah, so I mean, you credit the hell out of the Spurs because they're the team that's making them do it every single game. This is a series thing now, overall series thing. But even in some of the previous series, you saw some things that don't make you think Shai is weak all of us. He's still the two-time MVP and great in his own right for sure. But yeah, some things are coming to light. And it happens to all great players. He'll go into the offseason, he'll figure it out. They'll make some workarounds with the roster, maybe improve some shooting like they did with Jared McCain at this deadline and
hopefully
whatnot.
J-Dub comes back next season and is healthy. Because if J-Dub's there, I think that just helps alleviate so much of this.
Yeah, but at the same time, they went the whole majority of the year without him.
Yeah, but I think once it comes to conference finals, it's easier for a team to adjust when they know that you don't have nobody lethal.
But you just missed everything I said.
What?
We saw some performance like this before the conference finals. We just didn't talk about them because they swept them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying now that you're in the conference finals, J-Dub being there would just make it so much easier.
For sure. We would like to think, but San Antonio, like you said, every time they kind of played, they looked like they had a decent amount of infrastructure there. I'm
leaning towards both. I think everything Pete said is right. Like teams really do have a scheme and kind of like just a little bit of a way to defend Shai more than they did last year. But I think it's also the Spurs personnel. And it's just like a conscious effort to really not let him go in at all or let him get going. I think a lot of the key plays is sometimes he'll even have a fast break layup where Shai is on the run, about to get an easy layup. And you'll see several Spurs sprinting back. And I've seen him miss. I've seen him contest, make Shai miss, where Shai don't really miss layups like that. I've seen him get his shot blocked. Just it's the effort thing, and I think that's really getting to Shai, where he does have to second guess some of the things he does now.
Yeah, it was a play yesterday where one-on-one in transition against Devin Vassell, and Shai went up for the left-hand layup.
He overthought it.
And he overthought it and rolled right off the rim. And I was just like, that's a bucket that you can guarantee.
Also, at the end of the first half, right? He overthought because Wemby was strolling. Yeah. He threw that ball all up in the air like he was Curry. It fell short.
Mike hit it on the head, though. I have seen like a couple missed layups that I'm not accustomed to seeing.
Yes, yeah. I think if I had to put it in 100% pie, I think 70% of it has to do with the Spurs defense, and I think 30% is showcasing like some of the deficiencies of one of the best players that we have in this league. I do think that people are underestimating what Wembanyama's on-court presence can do to a player like Shai, who has not been an amazing three-point shooter in his career, and rim pressure is his thing. You don't shoot, 52% on twos in the regular season without rim pressure being, all of the rim pressure is dead. And I do think you can see it in the games where it's him on the court and no Wemby, how much he is more aggressive trying to get to the basket. But the thing is, this team that you're going against right now is a team that, in theory, you're going against every season in order to get back to the championship. Mm-hmm. So I think it is on Shai to find even more counters to he is Mr. Counter, you know, for the majority of his career.
I mean, even now, he's one of the best mid-range shooters in the game, but
It's not falling because it's
not
heavily
falling.
contested.
Even
Every
the ones
shot
that
is
did fall
contested.
I was like,
Every
wow.
shot is contested. So it's
That's a shot. You kind of celebrate that.
it's showing too. Just like not even just Shai, but for most jump shooters, it's hard to just be consistent in the playoffs when everything
that was
is
the-
one contested.
The
And you're
main
not
thing
getting
we
to
talked
that
about
rim.
with Paul George, he was having an incredible first. Not that they're on the same tier right now, but
Yeah.
just he was over relying on the jump shot to where he would have a first half that's like, dang, that's PG, and then completely just be missing the entire second half because it's like you can't sustain it. But game 1 of the Sun series, he went 5 of 18.
I think game 2 he had a great game. Maybe
yes,
I'm wrong though.
yes, he went well. Game 3 was his really great game,
Okay.
15 of 18.
Right. Okay. Right.
Game 2, 13 of 25. But he went to the free throw line 17 times in that 5 of 18 game. Other games are pretty standard up to Shai's par in that series, but the first 2 games, yada, yada, yada. The Lakers series, game 3, he had a game where he went 7 of 20, 7 of 13, which the game I think I was referring to, where he just wasn't able to get as aggressive as he wanted to, but they were still winning games, so it didn't matter. And then this series, 5 of 16, game 2 he went 12 of 21, then 4 of 13, 6 of 14, 5 of 16. Oh no, those are 2s. I'm sorry. 7 of 23, 6 of 17, 6 of 15, 7 of 19, 6 of 18. Game 2 he went 12 of 24.
Which is not like Shai at all.
Nah, that's a
mean-
crazy stretch. The other series, you got a game in the series. Now I just rattled off 4 or 5
that
of 6
12
games.
of 24 game has been his best game, and that's the game. This game 2, right? They win
Yep.
that game.
Game 2.
Somebody asked me on Twitter yesterday, and I didn't want to reply in a tweet, but I thought it would be better for the conversation of the show. What about Shai is different than Anthony Edwards? Anthony Edwards saw the same exact team last series, and even with the injury, had a better overall series performance as far as scoring the ball than Shai. And as I think about that, I think 2 things really stand out.
The 3-point.
The 3-point shooting, and Anthony Edwards is some of the threes that Ant made in that series is just disgusting. Over 2 defenders, yada, yada. And the second thing is the brawliness of Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Where the physicality is never going to bump him off his spot. And sometimes he was seeing to and still getting around or getting through just because he is a bigger guy. And a lot of Shai's game is based on, again, counters and balance. And some of that stuff is hard to do when you are eventually seeing 2 bodies. So I think that's the
I
difference.
feel like their scheme also was different against both players. When Anthony Edwards touched the ball, they immediately
saw 2 the whole series.
No matter where he was on the court, even if he was just dribbling it up in transition, they just sent 2 at him. Shai, they were kind of like zoning up on him and making him
Well,
think a little
they
bit.
did the send 2, and he had 15 assists.
Yeah, 15 assists the first game, and then the
Yeah.
second game he
So
scored.
they did that as well. They've done a little bit of everything against.
But I
Shai.
feel like against Anthony Edwards, their game plan was strictly we're doubling him no matter what, and we're going to get the ball out of his hands. But Anthony Edwards also did a great job of moving without the ball, cutting, and doing a lot of different things that kind of helped get him open sometimes.
that was my main thing.
They
I
don't
think,
have Shai does not have that.
yeah, they
don't
play
play that way.
extremely different. Shai is at the top of the key
All the time.
majority of the possessions, and it's kind of predictable for a team that's as great as this. Anthony Edwards, the ball is going to hit his hands. You're
Yeah.
going to find him, but I think you
he has
can't
so
move
many,
him around.
Like Iverson cuts, everything to get Ant available.
He
Shai
also
just
had
like,
a
give me the
surplus
ball.
of bigs who are good screen setters. I don't think Shai has that privilege, especially with Shai. I mean,
got
Shai.
iHeart.
I mean, he has iHeart, but I'm saying that Anthony Edwards has a surplus of bigs who are going to go out there and set
Yo,
screens.
even Jay Will's a pretty damn good screener too.
he is. I
Yeah.
think he's underrated in that
He
aspect.
got a big body, but yeah, I mean, what we talk about matchups,
What's the
man.
surplus for the Timberwolves?
I mean, Julius Randle, Rudy Gobert is also like one of the best screen setters in the league. And
You
then,
can just say ever if you want to.
I mean, we could say.
Nah, he not.
And then
not.
Nas
I mean, we
Reed.
could say. You want to say so?
What do you
gonna say
rank Nas
statistically?
Reed as screeners?
I don't know.
I'd rather
He's,
take
he's a
one from
big
Steven
physical
Adams.
body, so I mean, he's hard to run through.
I mean, Rudy Gobert did lead the league in screen assists for like 5 years in a row, but I don't know. I think it's just interesting to see because the discourse is always going to be the discourse around the team and a guy like Shai who is so polarizing. But it is interesting to just after a game hop on Twitter and just scroll a little bit.
I
and
also
see.
think mentality.
Talk to me.
Anthony Edwards has a killer mentality. Like
Oh,
no, like no real. No, I'm not saying Shai don't.
Okay.
But like Anthony Edwards is kind of like fiery and like his whole way he played on the court is completely different than like the way
He
Shai
was just
is.
laughing at him because he was
like,
5 minutes left and he was dapping up people.
Because like in this
But
game,
he said he did that because he didn't really want to kick it with them after the game.
yeah,
He
in
wanna
this
kiki
game,
ha-ha.
Shai didn't take a shot for like the first 5 minutes of the game. I don't think Anthony Edwards is gonna do that.
She's saying Shai don't got the two-time MVP, don't got that dog in him.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying Anthony Edwards is more.
What are you saying?
Anthony Edwards is
I
more
was
likely
saying,
to go
like,
out.
don't say that
Anthony
after
Edwards
one
is more
game,
likely to go
man.
out guns blazing, balls to the wall, where Shai might sometimes be a little laid back.
Not last night. He went out swinging.
I mean, I think every game he's playing and taking shots. Some
Yeah.
of them ends in like shooting 18 free throws. Those are shot attempts that get there. So it may not show up as 35 shots, but damn it, 20 shots that went in / miss versus 8 free throws or fouls drawn. It's a lot.
I seen him take some shots. I was like, man,
Now, and is definitely
Yeah,
the one to
I
hit a
definitely
shot and
seen him take a shot.
talk his trash that Shai very rarely does, but I can see that. But I don't know how much that is truly impacting the things. Game 7 is coming up, though, guys.
you brought up killer.
The best
instinct.
2
That
words
is
in
hilarious.
basketball history.
Who y'all got for Game 7?
Give me Spurs.
Ask me in the next block. Let me get a commercial.
Actually, you can give it extra day because the game it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
until Saturday, and we do have Saturday show. So
Yeah.
we'll come back to this tomorrow. But when we come back, we got more numbers on the board.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.